Hi everybody, this is a video of the Thorn 5-foot twin pack fluorescent strip light. As you can see, this is the Thorn 5-foot fluorescent twin pack strip light I saved from this social club, and that's another one I saved from this social club where I go bingoing on a Sunday night. And as you can see here, and it's all in perfect nick, and once I brought it home it was covered in muck and dirt like the rest of the other ones were, but now I bathed it in hot water with star drops, and when you look at it, it looks more in very good nick. And it reminds me of one of those strip lights in that assembly hall at that school where I used to go to when I was a little boy. And it was like an old school. My mum used to take me when she did her studies there. And they had loads of strip lights in this make, but that school got knocked down. But anyway, this one is a Thorn 5-foot strip light, a twin pack one, and it's got the starter buttons on each side. And let's have a look at these two good old fluorescent tubes, shall we? And it's got the edge facing upwards. It says Osram L65 watt. /23, that's 23 Kelvin, white recyclable, made in Hungary. And this one here, LET, light emission technology, it stands for, 0.021.8023 F65 T12 835 white deluxe with a crossed out bin. They're the tubes I've done before when I did that Europa G E C one. But this one is the Thorn one, and it's the similar make, it's got the similar principle on it. But the Europa G E C one, what I did a couple of days ago, had like circular corners, which is a little bit bulkier than this one. And this one's a bit fat and slim, and it's got those end caps sticking out like little T shapes. Yeah. So, well, anyway, and as it's turned off at the socket, I'm going to take a look at the inside of this beautiful strip light. Right, let's undo this. Oh, doesn't have much of a grip on this, but it's a little bit slippery, so... Right. Oh, oopsie daisy. That's it. Looks like it's coming out now, so all I've got to do now is put it up a bit more so it'll lift off, so... Right, I know this one could come off easy. It's got a little broken piece that holds the plate in place, but it was like that when they took out when they disconnected this strip light. But anyway, let's get this off. This will come off easily. So anyway, guys. So as you can see now, all in here is the ballasts. This one here, and I know it's got loads and loads of noodled up wires. It's like noodles. It does like Chinese noodles. Anyway, so as you can see, it says on it, Helvar, Finland. It must be like a Finnish company. I just don't know, guys. And this one here, it says on it, and I had to have these ballasts replaced because the other one of them had a snap on it. So when I geared this up, and this one it says Helvar, Finland, L58A-K 240 volts, and it says 240 volts /50 hertz, and it says on it W cap A Y upside down 58 G13 0.66 0.48, and it's got TW130 triangle T50 on it, and they're both magnetic, and it says the same thing on this one here. I know it's a bit of a mess up, but I don't want to pull all wires out because I don't want to disturb them. But as you can see, guys, you can see this capacitor. Yeah, I kept the same capacitor, but that's as old as the fitting, but it's still in good nick. It's because it's stainless steel, it didn't seem to rust. But if I turn it this way so I don't get the reflective light off, it says GC point 2274 RIC 10 UF plus 10 250 volts 50 to 60 hertz, and that's like 40 Celsius, and that's usually prevents the overheat from the ballast, so it doesn't overflow in the fluorescent tubes. And this fitter is made to be fitted with T12 tubes like this one is. So anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now is take this starter button out, and it's easy to take out. I'm going to take a look at this one. This one is a GE one. It's obviously open it this way. It's in curly writing. I don't tend to like curly writing. It's GE. It's got NR at the top, and it says 155/500 4-65 watts, 220 to 240 volts. and made in China. Let's put that one back in. So, and let's take a look at the other one before I put this strip plate back on, guys. Let's have a look, and I'll take a look at the end of this end cap before it gives me a chance. And as you can see, and that's more in good nick. Usually that gets cleaned easily. There was no brittle on this at all. I'm glad it's not brittled or anything like that. But anyway, let's take the starter button out, this one, and it's got 2 good lives on it. So, and they're both connected with live, and this one says, what's this one? This one's a GE, identical, same make as that one over there, with that screwdriver. But anyway, and this one is a NR, I don't know what the NR stands for, but it's a General Electric starter button, and that's what it says. 155/500, 4-65 watts, 220 to 240 volts, and it says radioactive free, lead free China. Well, I'm surprised starter buttons like this don't have radioactive in it, so that's why it says radioactive free. And that's all it is with the 5 dots on it. So, anyway, let's slot this back in, guys. This, oh god, this striplights in this make do take me back memories. That's why I wanted to keep them. And that's another one I say from this social club, as well as the Europa G E C and the 2 Fitzgerald 6-footers. I've got 2 of them because it's worth to keep hold of them. They had diffuse. This one was never hardly ever. I don't want to think this has ever had a diffuser. But anyway, and as you can see at this end, it's got 3 lives and 1 neutral, which that makes 4. So it's got the neutral at this end, and it says made in Great Britain. It's got the GT as the initials in short. And let's go look at the other end. And this one here, it's got 3 lives and 1 neutral at this end, which that makes 4 wires in total. And that says made in Great Britain as well. And they both said it on the end of this twin pack strip light, and it's got this little whole thing that holds the end cap in place. And here comes this beautiful grid switch with a amber neon indicator with this old 60s and 70s made light switch. And I like this grid switch. Grid switches are made like for like public purposes, like schools. They're usually made for like putting you can fit a switch, or well, a grid switch, grid key, like you put a fish key in, or a grid fuse, or a neon indicator like this one does. And it's like a 80s and 90s made indicator. The old neon indicators, which had the same principle, but it had a full screen over it with no white plastic shining up on it. But this one's nice, and it's got this stainless steel plate on it. And you can't tread on this because it's very tough material with the glands on it, with earth, live and neutral. It's been fully earthed and everything, and that's all it is. And it's got the capacitor and the 2 ballasts in it. And I decided to put new ballasts in it just to get this going. Now, before I put this in, I've noticed I put a grommet to fit this hole in, and that's where they drilled a hole to put a wire in this strip light when they were putting up an LED strip light at the side of this strip light. But I'm glad they didn't take this strip light down. I'm glad they kept it up, so that gave me a chance to ask the committee to save it for me, which he has. They took the time to come and take this down because it was all due to this COVID-19 lockdown, blah blah blah, and I decided to put that in so it doesn't to fill the gap in. So with this piece of grommet, I've got grommets in each one, so I fit those holes in so I don't put my fingers in. So, and they're both made by Helvar. They're the most efficient magnetic ballasts and everything, guys. So that's all it is. So anyway, guys, let's put this strip plate back on now, guys. But at least I don't have to worry about that one. It's got half a piece broke off inside. But anyway, let's just tuck that piece of wire in, shall we, guys? Because I know there's a lot of it. I could have just shortened it so it doesn't. Oh, let's just get this one. Oh, got it now. So, right, that's it. Now it's easy to fit on with that piece broke off. So one thing was good though. At least it will help me to get it on and off easily. But I'm going to find another piece for that end holder, so it'll hold the strip plate in place. But if I find some spare bits off another strip light. If that other strip light from the from that toilet in that social club, when that comes down, I'll be able to cut that up for spares. So anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now is put this string back on, well, the screw back down. So that's it now. It's fitted in nice and tightly now. Fitted down like so. So anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now is put the fluorescent tube in now. So we'll put this one in first because I'm more closer to this one. I'll put it on this side. So that's it now, guys. That's in now. So all I'm going to do now is just put this on. That's it. That's fitted on easily now. It's a little bit tilted, a little bit. I think it's, I don't know if it's that end, but anyway, guys, let's get to this one now. We'll do this one now. So right, that's it now. It's fitted down nice and tightly. Right, let's get a hold of it. It's got to not. Oh, hang on. Slipped out my hand. Oopsie daisy. Anyway, oh, right, that's it now. It's. That's it. That's it. Clicked on now. They're going to go click. I prefer those cap-on ones straight away, not the ones with twist and locking. They're a bit awkward. I know I've said this lots of times, but anyway, let's just go to that other end because it looks a little bit tilted a little bit because I don't know why, but oh, let's just try and get slot that piece on. Is it on? Right, that's it now. I think it's because that strip plate's a little bit loose, but not to worry, guys. It's all fitted on nice and tightly now, so all I'm going to do now is turn it on at the socket. Right, I'm going to put that screwdriver away first before put it next to the near to the switch. There's that neon indicator switch. So anyway, guys, as you can see now, it's fully turned on at the main socket, ready to fire up at that live switch in a minute when I turn this big one out now. So right, that's it now. The big lights have gone out now. So onto the 5-foot Thorn twin pack strip light and everything, everybody. All right, everybody. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Wow. It did struggle to come on a little bit, but it certainly did blink happy. But as you can see now, they're both fully come on now. So I've either had a new reballast in each one of them. They certainly did blink happy. But you can actually hear them humming. You can't really hum out loud, but you don't really want to. But the reason why it's a little bit tilted because of I think because the strip plate, because that little half of that metal inside's broken loose. But I'm going to look for another spare bit off another strip light when another strip light out that social club comes down. I might cut that one up for spares to use some spare bits off it to put it onto this one, and also another one of the Fitzgerald strip lights and all, guys. So anyway, guys, so as you can see now, they're both fully lit up at 65 watts now. I'm making my 500 watts of light out of this strip light. It's a lovely, lovely twin pack strip light. Now this strip light does give me my childhood memories. But like I said, when my mum used to take me to this old school where she did her biology and all other studies and whatnot, in that assembly hall there was like meetings. I saw strip lights in this make, and this school got knocked down ages ago, but this was going back over 30 years ago. But I remember my mum used to take me there, and it used to be like a creche, because I used to go into a creche when she did one of her studies. And I saw one of those strip lights in this make, this twin pack one. One of them in that creche area had a diffuser over it. and they both and it looks like they were both working, but in lots of public commercials, I suppose one of them in nowadays, like, you know, I know in a lot of GT news shops, especially near where my mum and dad live, they have loads of strip lights like this, but they've all been ripped out now. But this one is the most pure and simple strip light. And I'm back at my primary school, we had strip lights in this make, them twin pack ones, but they had semi-resonant startups, but this one's got magnetic. And as you can see now, this amber indicator's lit up nice. Looks more orange when you look at it on the camera, but that switch is easy. It's made by MK, and which stands for multi-contact and what have you. And there's my piece of screwdriver. I'll put the screwdriver next to it so I don't lose it. So anyway, guys, let's take a nice look at this beautiful, beautiful strip light. It's nice. It looks very much nice and clean. No, it's not even rusted. Even though it's been on the ceiling for about over 40 years, but it's been re-upgraded now because I put some new power station inside it. And took out the old ones because I think the old ones were a bit aged and worn. There might be a wearage on the previous one. So I put a new power station in, and that's got it going as normal. Some people who do things like don't tend to do things like that with a strip light fitting like this. People just, if it wears out, people just take it down and throw it away and not bother messing with the wires or the ballast. But if that would have been me, I would, because I like to resurrected. It's been resurrected again. So anyway, so it's got them little side bits on, because this being a twin pack with this octagon, this hexagonal nut inside it. So as you can see, and it looks nice. That the very first video of it with the T12 tubes, which it's making 500 watts of light. If they both got 250 watts of light each, it's giving out the 200. It's more brighter and everything. I'm surprised that when it gives out, if it's giving out a big high wattage light like that, it doesn't hurt your eyes. But they were made for like kitchen purposes. But this strip light has been in this social club where I've been going on the Sunday night for about over 40 years, and I'm glad that when they didn't fully take it down when they put an LED strip light at the side of it, but it was an LED one. It was in cool daylight, but I'm so glad that was still up. So I asked the committee to save it for me, which he did, and I am very, very, very happy with him, and that's all it is. So, and as you can see, and it's beautiful. It's reminding me of one of the GT News shop in one of the sweet shop where I used to go to when I was a little boy. I saw loads of strip lights. The ones that in that one on Darnell used to have they were both like 8-foot ones, bigger than this one. There is an 8-foot one that I've asked this committee to save for me when he gets better soon. So, and as you can see, this one shines a little bit warm white, and this one's regular white. And it does give me back my childhood memories so much. It does, and that's all it is. And it's got this little hole there, where we usually put one of those little metal strings in to hold this end cap in place. But as you can see, I very much prefer it without a diffuser on it, because then again, diffusers can collect up dead flies and insects. That makes it all dirty and dusty, and that's all it is, guys. So, well, anyway, guys, as you can see now, it's fully lit at 65 watts warm and everything, and 250 watts bright in each, which makes 500 watts of light out of this strip light. So all I'm going to do now is turn out this strip light and turn it back on. So watch this. Right, that's it now. It's a full blackout now. So all I'm going to do now is after I turn it off, I'm going to turn it back on and see what happens. Here we go. Wow, that warm white one fully came on before this one did. Yeah, it must have had some good starters. Made a great good blink happy. It certainly did. Yeah. But I use that extension when I'm sat in this spot, so I can. So it's a real shame though. Some people chuck strip lights. A lot of these strip lights now, they know that all these LEDs are taking over. Some people recycle these good strip lights. At one bit, some people chuck good old strip lights like this away, and they don't realise how goodly designed they are, because like these things, strip light in this make are very hard to get now. But I'm so glad I'm glad it's been saved. But the other one that has it's the same make, it's that Europa G E C one. That's a twin pack one. It's got the similar principle to this one. But the other one, you can just like lift your finger into. It's like a switch cap that you can undo to take the strip plate off, so you can see the inside. It's like opening up its heart. Yeah, but not to worry, guys. But don't worry, I'm going to try and get a new spare part for that other end to hold that plate in, that cover plate in place and what have you. And that's all it is. So and it's fully warmed up, and it's lit my breakfast, well, my carpet nice bright. I'm going to say breakfast tea table. So let's look up all around the ceiling. Look at all around. It gives out more brighter white. It's nice. That it's really this beautiful good old strip. Now in a lot of supermarkets, like the Co-op, in a lot of old co-ops would have those twin packed strip lights in this make. Not much of them like that now today, but a lot of them when I was back in my youngerly days, we had loads of strip lights in this make in a lot of supermarkets, a lot of old markets. But I'm very sad that those things are no more now, and they are part of my childhood. And this strip light like this is part of my earliest childhood memories. It's reminding me of when I used to go around to my nan's and my granddad's. They always have strip lights in their kitchens, but they're both like single pack ones. But this one's the double pack, the twin pack, which I usually call it, and that's all it is. And it's lit once again it's lit my living room nice and bright. And I'm glad it works though, and I love it to work, and I'm so happy I've got it back to life and everything. And that's all it is. So, and that's all it is, guys. So anyway, guys, once again, so as you can see now, the Thorn 5-foot fluorescent twin pack strip lights reached its full brightness at 250 watts bright and 65 watts warm in each tube and everything, which is made 500 watts bright and everything, guys. So all I'm going to do now is switch out this strip light. Oh no, here we go. Right, that's it now. It went yellow when I turned them off. But anyway, guys, all I'm going to do now is switch this the big lights back on now. Right, that's it now, guys. The big lights are back on now, everybody. So anyway, guys, this is a video of the Thorn 5-foot twin pack fluorescent strip light and everything, everybody. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. So please comment, rate, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, everybody.